Oh, how good's this going to be? It's going to be absolutely fantastic. Queensland have scored first, drawn first blood at Allianz Stadium in the wet. It's absolutely tipping down cats and dogs at Allianz Stadium. The Queenslanders have scored first. It's 4-0. It's 6-0 with the successful conversion. And the Queenslanders, who needed to win tonight to keep the series alive, have drawn first blood. AFL, 26-6. Gold Coast running rampant against Hawthorn in Darwin. It's like a fortress to them. I mean, they contend with the Gold Coast humidity very well. So going to Darwin's like, going across the road for them, really. It's not that big of a difference. The grid for race 2 reads John Baldwin, Sean Benici, Adam Lavis, Lane Thoburn, Jackson Rayhana, Aidan Schweikert, Aaron Russell, Kane Ryder, Danny Davison and Sebastian Eskandari, the top 10. 11th is Vaughan Ryder. Alongside him on row 6 is Tom Donahue. 13th and 14th, the 7th row, Marcus Hankey, Eduardo Zamora, Ben Ryder and David Baz from the 8th row of the grid, Scott Barchin and Brett Barker, the 9th row of the grid in reverse order, and Richard King and Marcus Watson from row 10, Jeff Adams, Art Baz and Phil King will make up this 23-car field. Sean McLaughlin, it says, is going to start from pit lane. Sean McLaughlin will start from pit lane. He's showing there on pit road at the moment, so when the lights go green, he'll be released from his pit booth. Just a little bit too slow, potentially. Maybe it's a tactical thing, but my guess is that he was just a little bit slow joining the grid, joining the server there for the second race. Now, we couldn't do any of what we do here on the platforms of the Gentlemen Sim Racing Club without the great support of Spreyton Cider, Waste Options, Trophy AI, Orbic Australia, Bowens, The Builder's Choice, merch.tgsrci.com, and Flash Graphics. So, a big thanks to them for their ongoing support of everything that we do here. Don't forget, tomorrow night, Greg Heaney, Joe Baldwin and Nick Photiadis with you. Have that on one screen, ladies and gentlemen. And, of course, many of our GSRC favourites and yours truly will be over on SimSpeed with our colleagues over there from the Australian Sim Racing Group for round 2 of the Gamesman GT Pro Invitational Series. That's from 7:45 Eastern Standard Time. And an old voice of the GSRC, Scott Rankin, will be alongside me in commentary for that one. I'm looking forward to it immensely. Across the course of the weekend, and at this point in time, I'm just padding for the sake of it. Throughout the course of the weekend, make sure you come and join us out at Queensland Raceway. The only motorsport in town this weekend domestically is at Queensland Raceway. Watch the action on the Queensland Production Sports Car Racing Association of Queensland page of their second championship round, the first that I've been in the booth for. And the second round of Series X3 Queensland as well. They rock and rolled at Morgan Park nearly 2 months ago. They're in action for a 5-race program this weekend, and we will look forward to bringing that to you immensely. So John Baldwin, Sean Benici, Adam Lavis, Lane Thoburn, Jackson Rayhana, Aidan Schweikert, Aaron Russell, Kane Ryder, Danny Davison and Sebastian Eskandari. The top 5 rows on the grid. John Baldwin for AHR Media will lead us to green for race 2 of round 5 of Spreyton Cider Super Formula Light. It's wings and slicks to get us going on a Thursday night. Race 2 of 4 on the program. We'll switch to Austria, tin tops and Porsches on the other side of this. Let's wait and see what we have in store over the course of the next 27 minutes. Let's go to work. Jumbled start, 4 wide, I saw at one point. They're on the run down to turn 1. Careful, boys.
Baldwin's done exactly the same thing as Rayhana.
John Baldwin's done exactly what Jackson Rayhana did at the start of the first race. Can you believe that? I'd say it's deja vu, but only in terms of the time of accident.
Big crash. Big crash.
Carnage. Here we go. The first big one of the season in Super Formula Light. Kane Ryder's caught up. Sean Benici was as well.
And then they go again at the hairpin. What are you doing, boys?
Wowee! What the bloody hell's going on? What's in the water tonight in Super Formula Lights here on the platform for the Gentlemen Sim Racing Club in Portugal? Wowee!
Boys have lost their minds tonight. Usually they're pretty good.
Another one. Vaughan Ryder this time. I don't think there's anyone still sitting in the same position they started. Oh, I stand corrected. Sean McLaughlin is +0 because he's started from pit lane. So it'll be interesting to see where he is in the grand scheme of things. And his position will be not reading correctly
another one.
at the moment. There we go. It's like It's like trying to weave your way through roadworks at the moment. You got hurdles, obstacles, obstructions, left, right and centre. If you can keep it straight tonight, you'll reap the reward. Danny Davis at the pit lane. That's not expected. Adam Lavis leads the field. Marcus Watson is up 18 spots on the opening lap. Are you kidding me? Watson, 18 gained on the opening lap. He's just been gobbled up by Baz and Barcher. Barcher goes deep on the run to turn one and gathers it up. He's okay. Watson will follow him through. Second, third at the moment. And Adam Lavis is 4 seconds clear. Gone. See you later. This is Lavis's race to win. Or to lose in this respect, because he's already got such a huge advantage. Your replay meter will be running overtime after that opening lap, I would imagine, Matt Schmidtke.
Well, it certainly is. I'm just looking through it, trying to work out what we look at. There's so many things.
No, that's right. Aidan Schweikert's on pit road. Johnny Davison on pit road. Davison's been there for 28 seconds, so that's not routine, I wouldn't imagine. Kane Ryder's been on pit road. Marcus Hankey's just towed there. Lane Doburn on pit road. Survival of the fittest here. Ben Ryder +0 at the moment. Sean McLaughlin showing +2, but again, his lap time has not corrected. He's actually completed 1.59 laps, so he's actually up inside the top 15 at the moment, I think you'll find. This is like F3, yeah, in real life at Monza. Yeah, correct. Hello, Timmy Harris. Nice to have you tuning in on a Thursday night. There's something in the water tonight. John Baldwin suffered the Jackson Rayhana curse. Rayhana will be like, see, it's not just me, when he comes in to have a chat to us in a few moments' time. But the reality of the matter is, there he is. He's still in the booth. He hasn't left. He's still sitting here with us. But I don't know how you've been able to concentrate with all that rubbish going on. You're back in 13th at the moment, mate. You're chasing Phil King at the moment. I'll come back, and Sean McLaughlin's right behind you now that the order is corrected, and he's showing 14th. And now, have a look at this. Down the inside, Rayhana goes straight by Phil King into 12th place. The comeback continues. Whoa! Loses the rear wing, does Rayhana. Trying to get through on Richard King and Jeff Adams. It's come back.
I think we're still all good.
It disappeared off the face of the planet on you momentarily, and it's come back. It looked like a little bit of netcode contact.
Yeah, it was miles of netcode.
Sean Benici has made his way into pit lane now as well. Have a look at this on replay. Wow. Yeah, you'll see what I'm talking about when the replay comes on later on, Jackson, when you have a look at it for yourself. Your front wing, your rear wing rather, disappeared off the face of the planet, which wouldn't have been a good sign. Yeah, what a first lap, and it's still going. Yes, hello to our friends at Pulse tuning in tonight. Jackson Rayhana is now 9th, ladies and gentlemen. Richard King back on pit road. So to Aaron Russell, Marcus Hankey, Aidan Schweikert. Sean Benici's just come off pit road. Oh, geez. I don't even know where to start summing all of that up. John Baldwin, that was rather interesting because, as I said, I can't call it deja vu because literally it's not. It's not deja vu because deja vu is when it happens to you. But it was what do they normally say? Impersonation's a form of flattery, not the type of impersonating you want to be doing. And then that was Sean Benici just getting clouded from all and sundry. Aidan Schweikert, you saw him limping off worse for wear and all of that. Marcus Watson's just punched out the fastest lap of the race, 1:35.248. He's up 17 positions. Art Baz is up 18 and Scott Barchin up 16. All the blokes that we said we need to keep an eye on, they avoided all of that rubbish, and they were up inside the top 10 before the end of the opening lap. I don't think I've ever seen a crazier start in Super Formula Light than that, as Rayhana goes to 6th on the inside of Brett Barker. I don't think I've ever seen anything as crazy as that, Matt Schmidtke, and I've been here a while.
No, that certainly was pretty wild. Just everything, one after the other, crash, crash, crash. And Jackson, he's gone from 5th to I don't even know where down, and he's back up into 6th again. So it's been pretty wild, and we've only had 4 laps.
Yep, absolutely. Oh boy. How good's this? Adam Lavis reads it, but he's being reeled in. He's being caught at a rapid rate of knots. It's now down to 1.82, the advantage. Marcus Watson, 3rd. Art Baz, Tom Donahue, Jackson Rayhana, the top 6. Then Brett Barker, Eduardo Zamora, Jeff Adams, and David Baz the top 10. Then Phil King, John Baldwin, Sean McLaughlin, Ben Ryder, Vaughan Ryder, Sebastian Eskandari, Lane Thoburn, Kane Ryder take us back to 18th. And amongst all of that, no one has actually exited the server yet. But I dare say Aidan Schweikert's parked up and not coming back out onto the racetrack. He's 4 laps down, remembering that you've got to complete 75% race distance to be classified here. And we're clocking around that 1 minute 35, 1 minute 36 marker. So let's do some calculations, remembering that there's still a splash and dash for those that are in the back half of the field here that haven't, or sorry, the front half of the field that have avoided incident and avoided damage in the first few laps. So a splash and dash is required at some point. 135 and 2 is 310, so 310, 620, 930, 1240, 1550. You're looking at about, I'm just trying, 1550 will get you to 10 laps. So then on the back of that, there's only 11 to go, plus a transit of the lane. So you'd probably say it's a safe bet to say no more than, well, I know you got 16 laps showing up there, Matt, but I wouldn't mind betting that we might have sold them one short there and might give iRacing a couple of seconds back tonight. But that's okay. We do that occasionally. We're generous like that. So I'm just trying to work out how long these guys will go in their stint, how much time that gives the other guys that have obviously run into trouble to somewhat salvage a result. Obviously, Jackson's already back up into 6th place, but
7 more laps if I cross the line, not back.
There you go. But the problem you've got is that you're 8.5 seconds off the race leader, Adam Lavis. So there's definitely a splash and dash component to this. You've said 7, so that means that the maximum window you reckon is 12 laps, mate?
Yes. Yes, I'd say so.
Copy. Yeah, 15.50 and 9.5 is 25.20. So, yeah. I mean, the numbers, for everybody at home, we base it on 15 and 25 minutes. We get that extra lap in the result of obviously having a 45-minute window, having a 2-minute warm-up. We base it on 15 and 25, but it is actually 16 and 27 is the reasoning and the rationale and the explanation I've got from Adam Lavis. So it's only because we've found a couple of little loopholes that we're very happy to exploit within the timings of the iRacing system that allow us to take it to 16 and 27 respectively. So 10 laps here was almost 16 minutes earlier. It was a bee's proverbial in it. And obviously that extra 6 laps gets us to 26 for the night around the Algarve International Circuit. Adam Lavis has been caught and passed by Marcus Watson, new race leader. How are preparations going for tomorrow night, if you don't mind me asking, Jackson, since you're in here?
I'm here and not doing practice for that, so...
I love it. Good to catch up, mate. Good to have you here regardless. We'll chat more as the night goes on, I am sure. Down the inside, Scott Barchin now. Gets his way by Adam Lavis. And Art Baz is about to do the same thing. Marcus Watson is the race leader. Danny Davison's punched out the fastest number of the race so far, but his 29.98 stop is of concern to me. That's going to rule him out of race honours as far as I'm concerned, but he can still punch out the fastest lap and get a bonus point for that. 135.112 is that fastest lap. We'll wait to see if he can maintain or hold on to that between now and the checkered flag. Art Baz gets by. Adam Lavis relegated from the top 3. And to be fair, I mean, full credit to these guys that they are quick. They got caught up in incidents in the first race. They got lucky in being able to weave their way around and through it in the second race. And the result or the reward is a potential podium finish here in the offing. 9 laps to go. Across the line we go. So yeah, my calculations would have had it at 17 laps is essentially what we're saying there, folks. But that's all good. I didn't know. I should remember. I should know by now that when we go sprint racing, there's always a lap allocation to it. It's not like when we're here on a Monday night for 60 minutes and we're trying to punch out the numbers on the hop. Monday night we nailed it with 22 at Le Mans. Very happy with that. What a good race that was too in GT3 Pro-Am. Bondi messaged me on Tuesday, Matt Schmidtke, and he said I was watching it at school. I was watching the replay at school. You did a great job with the call. And I was like, surely there's something more important for you to be doing whilst you're at school. Apparently not. That's the answer.
If that's what he chooses to do, he's only hurt himself. But I'm sure he can. He's a big boy. He can work it out.
Well, that's exactly right.
I'll have another look at this incident with Seb and Jackson here. We'll see what happens. Did they get tangled themselves or did they get a bump? Oh, did Jackson get a bump there or did he just lose the route? We'll have another look from a different angle if we can.
Yep. There's a lot going on here at the moment. Marcus Watson, Scott Barchin, Art Baz, Adam Lavis, Tom Donahue, the top 5. Jackson Rayhana is 6th, then Brett Barker, Eduardo Zamora. So this is the Eskandari and Rayhana incident. Oh, well it wasn't Eskandari.
Yep, certainly looked like that Alpha car in the back there.
That looked like a good old Escort to me. Just a drive through, not a drive by. Rayhana definitely got poleaxed, but it wasn't by Eskandari. Zamora and Adams to pit lane. Rayhana's currently 1.08 behind Tom Donahue. Is it a case of just... It was Lane Thoburn, there you go. Is it just a case of trying to punch out qualifying numbers now for you, Jacob?
Yeah, just eyes forward and see how many cars we can pass. Also
it's
looking
6-all
after
in the
the
women's
front.
origin too, by the way, boys. 6-all.
Also looking after your front tyres.
Yeah. Understandable. So much to be said for for maximising your tyres and extending the life of them, being mindful of the wear and tear on them, and trying to and there's a fine art in driving smooth enough to extend the life of your tyres as best you can, Matt Schmidtke.
Yeah, there certainly is. These cars you can push them pretty hard, but it does wear the fronts out if you're not careful. And I'm just looking, the boys have done the entire race worth of action in the first 4 laps, and now there's 3 cars within a second of the car in front, and that's it. Everyone's just all a second or more spread out.
Yeah. Watson, Barchin, Baz, Lavis, then Donahue, Rayhana, Barker, Baldwin, King, Ryder, and Ryder, the top 11. Flash crash. Yes. I love it. Hello, John Simpson. So he's obviously recovered from the man flu. He's no longer on his sick bed. He's moved into the lounge room and has quickly put the GSRC broadcast up on the big screen in there. Good boy. We like it. Will be worth it too. You won't be disappointed with what you're about to see, not just here, but also in the Porsches as well. Now the weaving and darting starts. There's Jeff Adams chasing David Bass. Sebastian Eskandari in 13th is 12 seconds up the road. So theoretically, this is probably as far as these guys are going to go at this point. Unless, of course, until we see what the field looks like once the calculations have been done upon the pit lane transit and the exit therefrom. We're riding on board with Jeff Adams at the moment in 15th. Watson, Barchin, Baz, Lavis and Donahue. Porsches are next. Open wheel night tomorrow night. The Formula Ford's into the IndyCars. Donington the venue for both. And we're looking forward to that on the platforms of the GSRC across Facebook, Twitch and YouTube. I won't be here, unfortunately. Not in a position to multitask and commentate on 2 races at once tomorrow night. But I'll be back on deck on Thursday night next week. because I'm also having Monday off. I actually must say, I love it. Good on you, John. Appreciate the intel there, mate. I must say, never been more excited for a Monday in my life, gentlemen. Monday will mark the first day off that I've had in a fortnight, the first full day off, and that's something very much to be looking forward to. As I go down to Cessnock to celebrate my little sister's 30th. She got some fan mail from the local MP, the MP for Hunter, Dan Rapicoli, today. She wasn't too impressed about being wished happy 30th birthday or being welcomed to her 30s by the local MP. I thought that was hilarious. So I'm going to go and buy that man a beer when I get back to Cessnock. 134.913, Kane Ryder, fastest lap of the race. How good's that? So we're into the 34s for the first time in this race. The pace is there. It's an undulating sort of challenging circuit, Jackson Rayhana. It has its sweet spots. It has its tricky spots. You've already worked that out tonight as Adam Lavis comes to pit lane. Art Baz and Scott Barchin are arguing over the same piece of real estate still. Scott Barchin, actually, oh no, hang on. Scott Barchin's dropped down the order. Hang on. Hold the phone, Jackson. I'm coming back to you about this circuit.
Copy.
Scott Barchin, I think, has had a packet loss. Can we have a look at... Yeah, Scott Barchin's now showing...
he's jumped back up into second. Where is he actually on track though? Yeah, there he is, behind Marcus
right.
Still. Yeah, I did see him drop down in the 20s somewhere, so he's having some issues.
He disappeared off the face of the planet for a third of a lap. He disappeared off the face of the planet for a third of a lap, and he's reappeared in second. It's like the resurrection of Christ. Have a look at him. How good's that? Marcus Watson leads, Art Baz is third, Barchin second, Donahue fourth, Barker fifth. But yeah, Jackson, this circuit, one of our favourites. I mean, it always throws up good racing, but it's a challenging circuit because there are tight and technical parts, open and flowing sections as well. And as you've already found out tonight, it has its share of trip-up points too.
Yeah, it's definitely the middle sections with the undulation. It feels very Iron Parky in plots, just a bit wider. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's one of my favourites.
They call it the roller coaster when MotoGP goes there, in there, and I think that's a fair assessment.
Yeah, rightly so.
Yeah. Watson, Barchin, Baz to pit lane at the end of lap 12. The critical lap that Jackson Rayhana highlighted for us. They're all on pit road. Tom Donahue as well. Brett Barker, John Baldwin will all make their way in this time by, and Phil King is 7th. Rayhana rejoined in 11th place. 6 down on where he started, and that was after pitting on lap 10. So even though he could have gone as long as 12, he opted for a stop on lap 10. Was that a strategy thing, Jacko?
Yeah, a bit of an undercut on Tom Donahue. See if it works out.
We're about to find out. Down the lane straight you come. They're all still working their way off pit road. Sebastian Eskandari, Tom Donahue down the outside. Here we go. Not yet it hasn't. Not yet it hasn't, but you're right there. You're right there with him. Around his outside. Oh, pull it off, Jackson. Have a look at this. Oh, a little bit of a bobble midway through the corner, and it brings the attempt, the momentum undone.
Well played. Nicely defended there.
Yeah, it was actually from Donahue, to be fair. And he was right to do it too, because he did have the line, he did have the position. So fair play.
Yeah, he had to.
And play on. Watson, Barchin, Eskandari, Baz, Lavis, Donahue, Rayhana. Rayhana down 2 on where he started. Lavis down 2 on where he started. Watson, Barchin up 19 and 16 respectively. Baz up 18. Sean McLaughlin up 16. Jeff Adams up 11. The big movers so far. We're riding on board with Jackson.
This will get spicy here, I think.
I think so. There are just... And Adam Lavis is the unknown entity in all of this, because he can defend. He can make that Aussie Races Bailey Ladders entry as wide as humanly possible. He might be about to either help or hinder you, but he might be about to make life challenging for the pair of you.
They want to go 3 wide here.
Up onto the main straight we go. Watson, Barchin still holds on. Baz gets by Eskandari. Baz got by Eskandari. Donahue got by Lavis. And Rayhana's about to do the same thing. So the gang up job, the double up on Adam Lavis is complete. Now, Donahue on the defensive again. Rayhana tries for the up and under. It's not going to work just yet. Danny Davison back to pit lane, so that answers that. Anyone that stopped early on might have a second invoice coming their way. Therefore, Sebastian Eskandari is the unknown as Rayhana goes to the inside, this time to get by Tom Donahue, and this time it's a successful attempt. Oh, beautifully done from Rayhana. He's up in a fifth again. Sixth in race one, fifth in race two. And these could be the defining moments when it comes to the outright championship fight at the end of the campaign. Bowled a little bit wide there, got away with it. And this was Eskandari. So there's a question mark on Eskandari as far as I'm concerned, Matt Schmidt. He's gone by on the inside there, made light work of Art Baz, no problem. But based on what we've been told by Jackson Rayhana, 12 laps in terms of fuel mileage, the question is, can he make it home in a 13-lap stint after stopping on lap 3? Time will tell.
Yeah, he's certainly not driving like he's trying to save fuel, but these cars you can't really save any, so maybe he's just done the calculations and worked out he can make it, or he's just going to push as hard as he can and hope the splash and dash at the end doesn't put him too far behind again.
So Watson, Barchin, Baz, Eskandari and Rayhana. Oh, Eskandari beautifully bowled down the inside, got back by Art Baz. And Baz was wide and bogged it down on the exit. Eskandari's got 3 lengths on him. Penultimate lap. And look at the battle packs forming. Brett Barker's latched onto Adam Lavis, who's still got contact with Tom Donahue, who's still hounding, hassling Jackson Rayhana. But Marcus Watson's got this one, I think, 1.4 to the good. Scott Barchin giving chase. Eskandari has his hands full with Art Baz. And there is a lap and a half to go. And I'm really glad. I'm really glad that we have noted that 16 would get us to 25 minutes, and I might have actually been right with my guess of 17 for 27. I'm really glad that we've tidied that up, because I was starting to worry about that for a moment. But no, the Zaculator, as Grant Gill first titled it, and it's kind of a tagline that's stuck, is firing on all cylinders tonight. 1 lap to go. White flag in the air. Let's go. One more time around from the Algarve International Circuit in Portimao. Watson, Barchin, Eskandari, Baz, then Rayhana, Donahue, Lavis, then Barker. McLaughlin. McLaughlin is 9th. Jeff Adams is 10th. Eduardo Zamora 11th. David Baz 12th. That's a great fight back from Jackson Rayhana. Round points are going to be very, very interesting. Very spicy. Sebastian Eskandari, I reckon, has got it from Rayhana. Because when you look at all the other positions, gains and losses from the top 10, 3 of the guys in race 1 finished outside the top 15.
Got a drama.
You're right, he does. It could be a fuel drama. He's limping home. We highlighted this as a possibility. Rayhana's going to go to 4th, Donahue to 5th. Watch this, they're going to race on by. He's gone. We called it. We nailed that call as well. Can he limp it back to the line? Championship defining moments, and this could end up resulting in a round win for this bloke. The 57, the bloke that's in the booth with us, one Jackson Rayhana for Summit Sim Sport. Oh, what a crazy night at the Algarve International Circuit in Portimao. Last turn, checkered flag, and it'll be 3 round wins on the trot out of nowhere. Go and buy yourself a lotto ticket, Jackson Rayhana. Job done in Portugal. Race victory to Marcus Watson, Scott Barchin and Art Baz, the top 3. But Rayhana has stolen Victory in the round from the jaws of defeat, and he's done it twice. Oh, what a bloody crazy night that's been, and we're only halfway through it. What the
Not how I
hell?
wanted to do
Sebastian
it,
Eskandari got to the top 10 too, by the way, boys. He limped home just ahead of David Baz. He got back to the line. That's the main thing. Baz, Rayhana, Donahue, 3rd, 4th and 5th. Adam Lavis, 6th. Brett Barker, 7th. Jeff Adams, Eduardo Zamora. Then Sebastian Eskandari. Oh, no, Sean McLaughlin now having the same issue. There he is, limping. Limping.
Is he going to make it? I think he might.
He will make it. He's just got over the crest and it'll carry him downhill from there. Yes. Far out. The hell. Thoburn, Russell, Hankey and King and Schweikert, all retirements. Unsurprisingly. Sean Benici is trying to limp it home in position number 19, down 17 positions. He's right on fuel. He will be the last of the finishers in 19th. So Baz got back to 11th. Baldwin down to 12th after pirouetting off at turn 1 on the opening lap. Bill King in 13th. Vaughan Ryder, Ben Ryder, and Denny Davison fastest lap of the race, 134.835. Kane Ryder in 17th. What the hell? I really genuinely don't know how to summarise all of that, Matt Schwitke. That is among some of the most insane Super Formula Light action we've ever seen. Just in terms of the guy that is going to win the round didn't win a race. He got pole